I'm gonna have y'all watch this real quick. Listen to this.
God is that God isn't something you believe in. Or you could say that the way we conceptualize belief in the modern world is shallow. To believe in God is to commit your life. That's what the belief is. It isn't the statement, I believe in God. It says in the Gospels, Christ himself says, not everyone who says, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Just because you say you believe something, it's like people say all the time that they're Christians. I'm a believing Christian. That's hard there, buddy. That's the most difficult possible commitment by definition, because it's the hoisting of the cross, right? Really, you're going to commit to that, are you? So here's what you're committing to. Painful, unjust death, accompanied by betrayal, the perfidy of the mob, and the dominion of the tyrant. And you're going to welcome that. And that's not all, because Christ heralds hell. That's not all. That's just where it starts. Full confrontation with malevolence. You're going to commit to that, are you? The thing about God is that God isn't something you believe in. Or you could say that the way we conceptualize belief in the modern world is shallow. To believe in God is to commit your life. That's what the belief is. It isn't the statement, I believe in God. It says in the Gospels, Christ himself says, not everyone who says, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Just because you say you believe something, it's like people say all the time that they're Christians. I'm a believing Christian. That's hard there, buddy. That's the most difficult possible commitment by definition, because it's the hoisting of the cross, right? Really, you're going to commit to that, are you? So here's what you're committing to. Painful, unjust death, accompanied by betrayal, the perfidy of the mob, and the dominion of the tyrant. And you're going to welcome that. And that's not all, because Christ heralds hell. That's not all. That's just where it starts. Full confrontation with malevolence. You're going to commit to that, are you? The thing about God is that God isn't something you believe in.
Y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Even for myself, with my name having the word God in it, is this journey, this road that we are on, this path that we are taking, it's difficult. I was born into this. Many of us that are chosen were born into this. We didn't have much of a choice. Listen. It's always loud distractions. When I tell you that this road was quiet, no cars. Once I start speaking about God, there want to be noise, cars. Anyways, let me not give it no energy. Back to what I was saying. When you really are fighting for God, just like in the scriptures, just like in the Quran, just like in, Judaism, just like in even Buddhism, Taoism, it's all the same thing. This is not going to be easy. This is a lifelong devotion. That's why when I used to get mad, God, why my life like this? Why am I always broke, poor, don't ever got? Because it's part of the trial. It's part of the trial. I even asked him, why am I living in the hood? He said, because the hood is temporary. The life of God's chosen is luxurious. Meek shall inherit the earth. We will have things, but we have to do the work first. Life is difficult. Life is difficult. Life is difficult, always difficult. But we need to understand who we're doing it for and why we're doing it. There is more to life. There is so much more to life. We have to see the bigger picture. People will come at you all the time. Keep God first. Keep him first all the time. Because there is more with God. If you're with the world, you might get things earlier, but there is more with God always. You will always find more pleasure being with God. Even if you think things are hard. Life was never meant to be easy. Never. Life was never meant to be easy. Never meant to be easy. But hardships were always meant to come. And I say that because literally yesterday, when I tell you I had a spark of energy that came out of nowhere, God said, because you get it now. You truly get it now. You know what I'm saying? You truly get it now. And that's just where I was. Because it took me so long to get it because I didn't understand how chaotic this evil world was. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't hang with people. He said, focus on your dream, focus on committing to me, and focus on spreading the word in your own special way. I'll handle the rest. Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about. And I said, God, he said, if you keep defining your three-dimensional life as your life, you will never get to the paradise. Because I'm thinking about bills. I'm thinking about my hours at my job. He said, all this nonsense you think about is what keeps you bound to the bottom. You got to think like you've already made it because you are making it in the process, in the moment. So I got to the cooking up. I started focusing on the gift. And when I tell you I felt elation, I felt the same way a man feels when he has an orgasm. I felt the same way. That don't make no sense. I felt the same way painting, just listening to the vibes, listening to the music, talking to God, painting. I felt the same way. He said, this is why you will be wealthy. This is why you will be wealthy. He said, you've been doing this? He said, you've been doing this for a minute. You've been doing this for a minute. You've been doing this for a minute, right? And somehow, you've still made it. Somehow you still made it. All this noise. But I'm still grateful because today is a beautiful day. Because today is a beautiful day. You still made it. Always have glory to God. You still made it. Be blessed. You still made it. And I want to say that honestly because everyone has hardships. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, I used to feel a bit disappointed, like everyone, especially in Atlanta. But I don't have this issue because I know God. But when I was younger, I used to feel a bit disappointed. Because I would see women with cars, men with cars. And I would say, God, where's my car? You know what he told me? He told me, he said, I'm gonna have you walk the earth so you can understand mankind. I said, what? He said, I'm gonna have you walk the earth so you can understand mankind. Y'all wouldn't even believe this if I told you. But I'm 36 with no license. Don't know how to drive. No car. And he said, because you don't need one. He told me this in my 20s. He said, because one day you'll be wealthy enough to have a chauffeur. That's what he said. He said, you've done my will, you never questioned me. You've asked questions, but you never questioned me. And that's out of respect. And mind you, the whole time, God is a being that we cannot see. We can only hear his voice in our mind, in our hearts, in our souls. We have no real proof that he's here. That's what tests our devotion. That's what really tests our devotion. And to die for something that you can't see, that you can't hear, that you can't taste, like none of your senses can actually prove that God is real. Except for your sixth and seventh sense. They say that humans have 5 senses because they're physical senses. And 5 is a number of change. 5 is a very earthly number. 5 is the, it's like 5, it's like earth dominion. 6, 7, 8, 9, the higher the number, the more the frequency. I'm pretty sure before humans fell, we had 9 senses. We probably were telepathic, doing all type of stuff. But when we fell, he took it away. He took it away. But listen, I'm gonna end it here with the same argument and conversation that Jordan Peterson had. It's easy to call yourself a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in none of that. But it's easier to say that you're devoted to God. It's easy to say that. Especially if you're piggybacking. Especially if you're piggybacking on the title. If you're piggybacking on the title of an organization. The reason why people say things like, I'm a Christian, I'm a this, I'm a that, it's because they're using the connectivity of the religion to be familiar, to feel connected, to feel united, to feel wholesome. But a true connection with God is always alone. It's always solo. Because that's the only way he can test if you're really doing it, is when you have no other help but him. If you want to seek God, you're going to have to do it right. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a long trial. So put your boots on. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself ready. Because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. I just want to say to everyone out there that is fighting a good fight, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And there is more to come. I'm proud of you. You're not alone. And there is more to come. Keep the faith and continue working on your craft. Keep the faith and continue working on your craft. Let me say that again. Keep the faith and continue working on your craft. And stay vigilant because the demons is out here and they're going to come off as sheep in wolf clothing. Pay attention. Be very keen to what they're saying and doing because a wolf can always show him or herself. A wolf can always show him or herself by their nature. Because what makes us what we are is our nature, our true nature. Something we can't run from, we cannot avoid. Let me get off this main road, too loud. Our true nature we cannot avoid. I can feel that we're almost done We're almost done. I can feel that we're almost done. We're almost done. We got to keep going. We got to keep going because God has something more. He has something so much better for us. I want y'all to see this world not as earth, but as a zombie apocalypse. If you're tired, right? Or not even a zombie apocalypse, just see it as slavery. I don't want you to have to open your mind to something that we haven't really seen in the human world. See it as slavery. No matter how tired you are, if you're not a house nigga, or if you're not a coon, your main mission is freedom until death. Freedom until death, meaning I'll do whatever it takes to be free. That's the same thing with God's chosen. Continue to fight until you're free. Because if you give up, you're just back in shackles. And Satan knows that. He's hoping that we all give up, bend over and say, I can't do it no more. Just take it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. May call it pride, but I know why I'm fighting this fight. There's no reason why I would have wasted practically my whole life into believing the odd way, believing in the unorthodox way. There's no reason why I would have been that way since a child, because I was always meant to think different, to be different. Always meant to, what's the saying? The grain, what is it? Something the grain, like go against the grain. I was always meant to go against the grain. I'm not doing this to be defiant. I'm doing this because I know this is the right way. Going against everyone else is going to be lonely. No one said this was kumbaya. Once we're done our mission, we can go back home. No one said this would be pretty. The devil said it would be pretty to trick you, to psyop you, and make you think that the road to righteousness was some peachy thing. It was never easy. If it was easy, everyone would have did it. Everyone avoids God's true way. All right. I'm tired.